Welcome, everyone, to our first meditation of 2025. And as this year, the Monday actually is January the 6th, traditionally the feast of the Epiphany, and drawing on or based around the story of the Magi traveling to Bethlehem. Even though three are shown in the picture, it never says there were three. I guess it's because there were three gifts given. But of course, a star featured in that account. Venus was still very bright tonight. I think a couple of nights ago, very close to the moon. So that was quite a sight of awe and wonder, I would say, which I think is one of the features one of the themes for tonight, because we don't know what the Magi expected, but what is recorded is their reaction of joy and reverence, kneeling and worshipping. But then, of course, they had to journey home, and that's something else we might look at. So awe and wonder and journeying. As we come into this space, this time, this evening, we go through our own routine, our own practice, our own ritual of finding a comfortable space, adjusting where we're sitting, taking notice of our physical body, feeling the connection of where we're sitting, the connection of where our hands rest on our knees or on our thighs, the connection of our feet with the ground. We take 2 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, with an intention of relaxing into this breathing. Whether we're closing our eyes or lowering our gaze or using the image on the screen. We bring our attention to our breath. Conscious of taking slightly slower, slightly longer, slightly deeper breaths than we would if we weren't doing this intentionally. And using that breath firstly to aid the body, letting go of any tightness. Think of this as a loosening. So on the out breath, allowing, perhaps on the in breath, consciously just tense some of the parts of the body, and then on the out breath, consciously relax, loosen. Noticing, perhaps imagining inside yourself, and as you breathe in, that diaphragm, the muscle that goes across above the stomach, is pushed down. And then as you breathe out, it is released and it rises up. As you breathe in, being filled up, sense of filling up, and then on the out breath, a sense of letting go. And maybe introduce just a gentle rolling of the shoulders, just as much or as little as you want, but just gently bringing the shoulders up, moving them forward, down and back. Just a gentle bodily movement. And then if you're able to reverse that movement, all the while breathing in through the nose, filling up, and out through the mouth, letting go. Just check whether you're still focused on that or whether any drifting into thoughts. If you notice anything, just gently bring the attention back to the breath, back to the body. Body, head, heart in harmony. So following on from that short relaxation, continue with the breathing in through nose and out through mouth, and one or two thoughts on that journey home for the Magi, who of course had returned home a different way from that which they had come to avoid Herod. The poet TS Eliot captures some of this in his poem, The Journey of the Magi, in which one of them, now an old man, reflects on that long ago journey, the following of the star, the longing and yearning for he hardly knows what as he returned home. And this was written by Eliot shortly after he became a Christian, so there are strong resonances with Eliot's own journey. In the first verse, he talks about the hardness, the harshness of the journey there. A cold coming we had of it, just the worst time of the year for a journey, and such a long journey. The ways deep, the weather sharp, the very dead of winter. And then the second verse, he describes finding the place, but not with any fanfare or trumpets. In fact, he uses the phrase, we found the place and it was satisfactory. But then in the third verse, thinking about the implications, all this was a long time ago, I remember, and I would do it again, but set down this. Were we led all that way for birth or death? There was a birth. Certainly we had evidence and no doubt. I had seen birth and death, but had thought they were different. This birth was hard and bitter agony for us, like death, our death. We returned to our places, these kingdoms, but no longer at ease here in the old dispensation, with an alien people clutching their gods. I should be glad of another death. So some words there to chew on. He asks, were we led all that way for birth of Jesus or death of their previous beliefs and understanding? So returning again to perhaps our journey, to self-exploration and to greater self-awareness. Thinking of body, head, heart, Each part needs to be awake and integrated to do our inner work and to truly love ourselves, others, and God in a non-judgmental manner. Many have said that self-exploration is best accompanied by a meditative or contemplative practice, because we over-identify with repetitive thoughts and feelings. And this practice helps us to let go of who we think we are and go deeper and rest in simple awareness of presence. So let's return our attention to our breath, to that relaxed state. And notice the internal weather. Notice any emotions. Notice any thoughts. Turn down the volume of the mind, the head, and listen to the inner voice of the heart. The poet Rumi wrote, "Let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. It will not lead you astray." The final thought on TS Eliot's poem, which, while it, on one level, it's a story of one of the Magi, more generally, it's about the pain of letting go of one way of life, one faith, and acknowledging the birth of another, which was what was happening to T.S. Eliot. But as he writes, the Magi are torn between two worlds, the one dead and the other yet to be born. So there was doubt as well as joy and awe, and there was journeying to be done. We read in the gospel account the Magi meeting, kneeling, returning. And I wonder if there's something of a pattern of encounter with the divine in that. A high moment of returning to the idea of wonder, awe, praise. And then the journey back to ordinary life. And perhaps a challenge is to maintain the attitude of wonder and awe for perhaps more of our normal time than we currently do. Letting go of our thinking, letting go of our desire to consume, allowing for a deeper connection. And so we'll go to our longer silence of contemplation with Salt of the Sound. "O come to us, abide." The night the world lay waiting, silent stars drifted by. New life, new light for the darkness, Lord, with us abide. Silent star, drifted by. New light for the darkness, Lord, without us. Once again, the world is hoping. Longing, searching for something more. We seek you, though the light is dim. Humbly we come. Oh, enter in. Come to us, abide, and so to our longer silence, contemplating on some of those words, the idea of journey, the idea of awe and beauty. We're using the time to practice awareness of thoughts and allowing them to settle, or simply focusing on the breath. O Holy Child of Heaven, we welcome you here. Oh, listen to the angel song. Lord, with us abide. So as we come out of our silence, gently stretching, gently opening our eyes. Come to us, abide. The heavens declare your glory, and the skies proclaim your handiwork. Morning sun and stars by night, the light and warmth that fuels our life. And so may this turning of the year bring us blessings of self-care, self-compassion, and self-connectedness. Amen.